What would happen if all 7 billion people screamed at once? It would be loud. I think that's about it. Dogs would bark. I still wouldn't hear a thing. A biwin would sense it. Nothing. Just that. Sound decays too quickly to have any kind of combined amplification effect. Where the hell is R? Ask science. Question mark. A tree in the middle of a forest would fall. About half of us would wake up confused. What would happen if they all farted at once? We would all get ice cream. Nothing would happen. But if the more interesting thing of everyone being in the same place and screaming at the same time. This XKCD. https what-if.xkcd.com/8/ could serve as an inspiration. Let's do it in 3 days. Blind people would probably freak the fuck out. The aliens listening to us would be pissed, and have to turn the speaker down. All 7 billion people would scream at once. Nothing. Babies would cry. Dogs would freak out a bit. And that's all. Not sure, but upvoting because this is actually a pretty damn good question. Magma monster at the Earth's core wakes up and bellows at all of us to shut up. Superpowered monkey has to save day. Other animals besides just Horton the elephant would hear us. Yop. My Wi-Fi would be even slower. Yes, I know what I read. Noise pollution. X approximately 8 billion. Cough drop sales would increase for a week. I'd imagine they'd probably get a bit of a headache. Dogs would be scared. Just that. 7 billion people scream at once. Goku would take our energy. Hey Vsauce, Michael here. 7 billion people would scream. Grand scheme of things, nothing. Sadly we are not Woville in Horton. Here's a who where our shouts would leave the planet. According to Vsauce, nothing would happen if everyone jumped, so I would image screaming is the same. I would go deaf, die, and go deaf again in heaven. Literally nothing. If it is about 180 decibel, I think your lung will get damaged from the vibration and you will drown in your own body fluids. Then 7 billion people screamed. We'd only hear people within a certain distance of us. 7 billion people would scream. It would be as if 7 billion voices suddenly cried out in terror. Is this not an XKCD? They would create a great disturbance in the force. The 674 million people who didn't just randomly start screaming will become extremely paranoid. About the ones who did. Someone metal vocalist would still go, "You can do better than that." We would unlock level 3. A Reddit admin might lose their job. You will realize what a stupid question this was. It's actually 7,850,000,000 people now. The 8 billionth person will born in 2023. Kurzgesagt. Alright lads. I've got an idea for our next video. Now, who wants to draw 7 billion parrots? Quote. About 874 million people would all simultaneously wonder, what the fuck? A lot of people would be very startled. They would barely cover the sound from my upstairs neighbor's elephant running around in the house. Rest of population, 800 million, would probably start screaming too. Horton would hear us and rescue the planet. The 24th of August 2021. It would be loud. The Earth would split into two and Elon Musk will take us to Mars and say, "Why the hell were you all bloody screaming?" Quote. Alexa still wouldn't respond. Also interested in this lol. They'd wake the mother boxes. Found this on YouTube, https://youtube.be/kwx-atv5e20u. Obi-Wan would have to sit down immediately. Well, we first have to be picked up by an elephant who's trying to save us from genocide. The metropolitan area would get louder for a few seconds, the rest of the world wouldn't have notice. Would a tree in a forest hear us? Many experiences would be ruined at cinemas, movies and concerts. Let's find out. Earth would be a Disney movie and the aliens would be spooked. Aaron Carter would quit drugs. Let's give a quick call at Kurzgesagt. Is this what we are doing for COVID frontline workers now? Crowded areas would be loud. Here in Canada we'd barely notice. If aliens thought we were intelligent, they'd be assured we're idiots and try and take over. Earth's surface temperature would warm by 0.000275846358317352902131147 degrees Celsius. You'd heat up a cup of coffee. My grandpa would say, "Did someone say something?" In a city like Amsterdam it would be really loud. I remember being able to tell when a goal was scored in a football match because you could hear the city react. It would be very uncomfortable for me because I have very fine ears. You'd notice me behind you. Diseases could spread. Big sound. Loud. It would go, ah. It would sound like a typical Saturday night in a bar in southern Spain. Damn, those people are loud. There would be a great disturbance in the force. The rumbling. Well, I think we got someone fired from Reddit. Aliens. Horror, pain, death, murder. We're all gonna die then. Trust me. But now another question. What would happen if all 7 billion people fart at once? The remaining 0.9 billion non-screaming people would probably be very annoyed. I would probably be taking a shit. Not much, dude. Wouldn't even be that loud. You awaken the mother boxes. Nothing. A gateway to the hyperbolic time chamber would open. Literally nothing. The sound would activate the mother boxes and call out to Steppenwolf. Animals would be looking at us thinking, well, that is new. Vsauce might make a YouTube about this. It happened in Coruscant. If you can't feel the Force, you wouldn't noticed. My mother-in-law would yell at us to quit screaming. Everyone would be screaming. A great disturbance in the Force. It would awaken. Doesn't Mexico do this? Noise pollution. Avalanches would happen for sure. IDK, what else? Probably nothing. Count me out, I have a monotone voice. That's actually a good question. I wonder if you would hear it if you were in a super remote location in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. Probably not, TBH. I'd imagine they'd probably get a bit of a headache. Some people in the world can't even talk, so you should have said everyone that can speak. A pedo would get fired. Don't forget to share, like and subscribe for more content.